In 1986, Miranda Konstantinidou founded her own fashion jewelry company. The idea was born of a naive dream. She wanted to make the world sparkle. Over the last 20 years, she has established an international brand and has set countless trends in fashion jewelry like nobody else.
It's green, it's turquoise, they match. Then we add purple and bright yellow. It's not necessarily what you call a harmonious color scheme, but it's what absolutely gets my heart racing.
Es ist trotzdem so, dass ich absolutes Herzklopfen bekomme.
Unconventional and free from the usual expectations and material limits, she has made her dreams reality. It's been a journey full of passion, but it's also meant plenty of obstacles.
I don't think that any of us would have ever dared to take that step if we had known what we would have had to go through to get where we are now.
A photo shoot in Berlin. The distal collection from KONPLOTT is getting its turn in the limelight. For more than 2 decades, Miranda Konstantinidou's creations have adorned the world of fashion magazines and the stars. But what makes this jewelry so special? Even the designer herself has to give the question some thought.
An unwillingness to compromise on the details, and a lot of love. And I think I'm particularly good with colors. When it comes to jewelry and color, without being modest, that's where I'm absolutely the queen.
Definitiv die Königin, glaube ich. Definitiv. Das kann ich ohne Bescheidenheit sagen.
Her designs are celebrated in some of the world's top cities, such as here in Beijing. And not just on the catwalks, her creations have been increasingly casting their spells from movie screens and on theatre stages. Rehearsals for Mozart's Magic Flute in the Berlin subway station under the Chancellery. Miranda Konstantinidou designs the sensational costume for the Queen of the Night. The opera's epic staging attracted attention around the globe. In Vienna, she designed opulent jewelry for Helmut Baumann's production of Orpheus in the Underworld. This was a particular pleasure, but also a challenge. The Greek-born Miranda Konstantinidou might have grown up in Germany, but she's passionately interested in Greek themes. Above all, she finds herself drawn to the characters in Greek myths, even if in this case they were transformed into sensuous caricatures. Here she effectively mixed the Gothic with the glamorous.
Hades and the dark forces of the underworld appeal to me. The kind of world evoked by claws and animal skulls. We dried several hen's feet and cast them. So this was once part of a real hen.
Abgegossen, also das ist jetzt tatsächlich mal ein echtes Huhn gewesen.
In this way, the designer doesn't just easily bring up-to-date style and trends onto the stage. She also takes the great themes of drama into the world of fashion. Miranda says that her jewelry represents the constant friction between splendor and modesty, loud and quiet, courage and nostalgia.
When it comes to the design, I'm the boss. But everywhere else, I'm the one who gets bossed around. I can't go into my warehouse and touch anything. If I do, I hear, "Put that back, it's been ordered." But that's the way it should be. That's exactly how it should be.
Das ist genau gut so.
KONPLOTT stands for exclusive designer jewelry, small, limited editions, but with a great diversity. In this way, more than 1,000 designs, along with various color combinations, are created every year. They include components such as beads or pieces of metal. These are often rare and irreplaceable, and they're brought together by Miranda Konstantinidou from all over the world. Even today, she designs every piece of jewelry herself. Afterwards, each piece is handmade in her own workshop according to the strictest quality control standards. A few specially trained employees carry out the countless individual steps required in the innovative and traditional production methods.
Anzahl der Einzelteile.
The number of individual parts is really frightening. I'm really amazed at how many there are.
Einzelteile dann doch wiederum sind.
A complex logistics program was developed. The challenge? Crafting an ever-changing collection of products with countless combinations of materials and production methods while also maintaining the highest standards of quality. The program also connects production and sales. In this way, new trends can be brought out very quickly. At the same time, KONPLOTT Miranda Konstantinidou stores are guaranteed to have the widest possible selection of products. This diversity is founded in a very special aspiration. Miranda wants to make jewelry for every woman, in every situation. The Maharani collection, too, has its own complicated history.
An sich hat es damit angefangen, dass ich etwas indisch inspiriert machen wollte.
It all started because I wanted to make something inspired by India. And then that simply took on a life of its own. Instead of ending up as something ethnic, it turned out very glamorous. And it fit in more and more with the fantasy that then emerged.
Dann dabei entwickelt hat.
Every collection has a particular woman at its focus, often historical figures, a friend, or a woman that the designer has only glimpsed or met fleetingly. She intensively imagines herself into the woman's personality. She tries to emphasize different moods and moments, and she often finds that her inspiration is liberated, resulting in a completely new creative dynamic.
Ursprünglich habe ich mir ja einen ganz anderen Frauentyp vorgestellt.
I had originally imagined a very different type of woman. More a diva, a bit distant, with a powerful charisma. And now I see that the jewelry fits with gracefulness and that it matches the person who wears it. Yes, and I like that a lot.
Ja, und mir gefällt das sehr gut, ja.